Well, this Horsemanship Masterclass that we're putting on today is really geared around to people that are trying to take the next step with their horse straight out of a racing type environment to go to a showing type environment. So what we were finding was that a lot of horses were fantastic at home because the thoroughbreds are a very intelligent animal anyway, so they pick things up very quickly. But when they're going to the show environment and they were hearing the loudspeakers and the different things again, all of a sudden that little thing in their brain was saying, oh, we're back at the races. We're offering advice, tips, different ways of dealing with this to get the horse to relax and then to take on his next career. And basically, being the very intelligent animal that they are, it happens very quickly as long as you've got the right advice. So we've got Felicity on board today to give this the right advice, and we're going to see the benefit in the long run for sure.
Right, so you can see that he's looking a bit worried, and these are all really subtle things that are important to pay attention to.
So Hugo is quite a sensitive horse. In the early ages, I used to come off quite a lot of him. He wouldn't stand still, he used to pull off the float quite a lot. Just very antsy at shows, especially in that large environment. So it's taken me a long time and a lot of exposure to get him used to being out, relaxing at the float, having a good look around and just kind of settling himself and learning how to do that without me constantly babysitting him. I've worked quite a lot with Felicity in the early days, just trying to get him used to giving me space, making sure that he's not kind of running over me. Getting him out to places like this and new environments and things like that is also really, really beneficial. And just spending that time and not having any expectations. I think a lot of the time I had quite high expectations and I was like, no, he has to behave in a certain way. But as soon as I took that away, we kind of hit our own medium and yeah, really found a good place to be.
JP was a bit like flying a kite when I first got him. I'd be on one end of the lead rope and he'd be somewhere else over here. So he was actually a little bit dangerous to handle when he was anxious, and he sort of had a little bit of a lack of personal space, so he liked to crowd in on me. And he could be very difficult when I took him to show environments. I think these masterclasses will be essential in getting more thoroughbreds off the track and into show homes, because it really is a huge stumbling block in terms of getting horses to shows and having them to be nice and relaxed and in a state where you want to ride them and they're competitive.